Hello everyone, my name is Sick and welcome back to the community project where we are making a mission in ArmA 3 on the Gorgona map. Now, there are several things that I still wanted to do. I know that in my last video I said that I wanted to have a playtest in this video, or potentially I wanted one, but there's actually several things that I thought of that actually need doing as well. So one of the things that I figured I would do is, well, right now these guys join a squad leader, which is on our side, through a script. And that is actually pretty stupid the way I've done it, because we use a trigger in the mission. And of course, the better way to do it is to do it in a init.sqf. So we're going to do that. And while we do it, we are also going to make sure that this guy is actually being followed with a map marker on the map. So first thing what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the init.sqf. Alright, so we're in the mission folder and we're going to open up the init.sqf. One thing that we're going to do right now is I'm going to make sure that several guys join my squad leader. So what we're going to want to do is bracket pirate 1, pirate 2, pirate 3, pirate 4, pirate 5 and pirate 6, if I remember correctly, with another bracket, join SL2. That should work. Another thing that we want to do, and this is something that I copied off the internet, let's see, it is a Bohemia forum thing that I saw, which is marker name, set marker position, get position, object name. So what we're going to want to do here is, I already copied it, we're going to paste it over there, and marker name will be pirate pause, and of course the object name will be SL2. Now this will be fine because SL2, even if he dies, the marker is going to stay on his position, but he's not going to die until he gets very close to the main base. So yeah, this is basically something that I wanted to add because the player will be able to see where the pirates are exactly on the map, and he will be better able to coordinate his own attack on the base if he wants to. And of course, another thing that we want is we're going to go up here a little bit and we're going to have pirate pause set marker alpha 0. And this is of course because we don't want the player to know about the pirates before he actually finishes the quest for them. So this is all that we need for now. Let's save this and then we will jump back into the game. Alright, so now that we're back in the game, we can open up trigger start 1, which is where we did this before, and apparently there is no pirate 1. There's only pirate 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So I'm going to remove that in init.sqf as well. Alright, so now that this is out of the way, these guys should join the squad leader right away. And another thing that we want to do is, let's see, we will have to fly over to the other end of the island, which is the north end, if I remember correctly. We're going to open up one of these triggers. Right, Pirate 1 global chat, you did it, great work. This is when you call in your pirate friends, the radio message. So actually, we should go over to this side of the island instead. Then open up the radio trigger. And then in here we say pirate pause, which is the marker name, set marker alpha 1, which means that this is now becoming visible. And let's see, we had one civilian over here as well somewhere. I need to remember his name. He is not a journalist, I think. Pirate 1. Ah, Pirate 1 is way over there. Right. Right. That makes sense. So we say Pirate 1 global chat. You can now check the position of our team on the map. Alright, now we should try to test this out as well. But first things first, I'm going to jump into the init.sqf and make sure that pirate1 doesn't actually join SL2. Alright, so we're back in the game, and I dragged the truck that we need to steal for the pirate over here because we need to finish this quest before we can call in our pirate friends. One thing we do need to do is we're going to need to add a marker, and we're going to, let's see, find a nice one. Which one would work the best? The triangle, I suppose. We will call this Pirate Paws. And then we will give it a color of blue. And then let's see, with text, we will call it Pirate Team. Alright. Now that is over, we can go here and play from here. Now when we check the map, we should see that there is no marker over here. We will want to get this quest from this pirate dude, if we didn't get it already. Nope, we need to get a little bit closer. Come over here, I have a proposition for you. That's great, steal the fuel truck, right. Let's run over here real quick. Get in the car. Drive it over. Yeah, that is completed. Excellent. Now, as soon as we call our pirate friends, this marker should pop up over here. So, let's see. And it's not popping up. Ah, it's over here. Right. Why is it not following SL2? Because SL2 should be over here, right? Alright, so I found what the problem is. We need to go into the init.sqf, and instead of this, the problem with this code seems to be that it's not actually being updated. So it places it on SL2 once, and then it never gets updated to his new position. So, we're going to take this away. And instead, we're going to use the following bit of code that I found, which is 2 brackets, spawn, I'm not sure what this sign is called, while not is null healthy 1, and this of course needs to be SL2. The marker healthy 1 needs to be pirate pause. Get pause healthy 1, well this should be SL2. Right, so I guess this checks to see if we are not actually SL2, I suppose, I don't know. Do pirate pause, this is the name of the marker, set marker pause, get pause SL2, sleep half a second. So every half second, this marker should be updated. And if we save this, we can try it out. We can try it out in the game again. Alright, we're in the game again, so let's try it out. Like I said, this is not always going to be a strict tutorial. I'm figuring things out for myself as we go along as well. So, I may not know everything perfectly, and I might make mistakes like the ones that I just made. But yeah, let's get into this truck. Let's drive it over. Yeah, that is now done. And when we now call in our pirate friends, there they are. And as you can see, they're moving up, and we can actually check their location. Now this is very useful. Very, very useful indeed. Alright, awesome. Alright, so the next thing that I wanted to do was to actually make the hack objective work differently. We're no longer just going to kill the hacker. We're going to use the data terminal instead. So what we're going to do is, let's see, we will call this terminal 1, and then we're going to have to do some work with custom.sqs. So we will jump right into the mission folder. Alright, so what we need to do now is we need to open Notepad, which in Dutch is called Klapblok, and we're going to save this file as, let's see, we need to go to Documents, ArmA free other profiles in my case, SIG, Missions, Gorgona mission, and we're going to switch from text to all files. This is very important because we need to save this as an SQF, and that doesn't actually work if we keep it as text. So we're going to call this data terminal.sqf. Alright, now that we've saved it, you can see it is over in my mission folder. And now what we need to do is we need to go online and find a bit of code. And I already did some searching, and I need to give a shout out to Crush, who did a YouTube video on it. And it didn't, yeah, it got quite a few views, and it does seem to work. So I'm going to copy and paste the stuff that he had over here. And that is this little bit right here. Right, so what it basically does is selects the object, the color, ID, blah blah blah. I'm not entirely sure how this works. But basically this will animate the objective. Alright, so we're going to copy and paste this. We're going to put it right inside data terminal, like so. There are a few things. So once it is activated, a hint will be displayed that says data transmission started. Then it will sleep for 15 seconds, and then it is going to call for the terminal to be closed again, which is what the 3 and the 0 is for. So 3 basically opens it up, 0 closes it again, then it says hint data transmission complete, and then it will delete a vehicle called box1. And this is important as well, but first let's save this. What is this? Yeah, I suppose so. That all still works fine, yep. Alright, so what it did is, let's see, we will make a SQF and call it terminal.sqf, for example. In the init of the terminal, we will put this add action open terminal.sqf. So we are also going to do that in the game right now. Then we need an invisible helipad and call it box1 in variable. Then you get a trigger to detect if box1 is alive, because the script that he used actually deletes the vehicle box1, which is an invisible helipad. So once the script is run, it deletes that vehicle, a trigger detects the live state of that vehicle, and because it is no longer alive, you can use a trigger to detect that, and with that trigger, of course, you can basically activate the objective. So again, big shout out to Crush. This is his idea, and I'm going to steal it, but you know, he's going to get credits, of course. Yeah, let's jump back into the game. Alright, now that we're in the game, we're going to go into the terminal1.sqf, and then we're going to use this add action open. We're going to call this one hack instead. And of course we had the name. I've got the name. And of course the name was data terminal. Oh, not date. Data. Init. Why doesn't this work? Alright, so I found the problem. We had an extra quotation mark. And of course, open should be hack. Right. Then what we need is we need an object. So we go to objects, props, and then helipad. And we need, of course, the invisible helipad. Let's see, where are you? There you are. We're going to call you box1. And then we're going to use, let's see, hacker killed is, we're going to change this one from hacker1 to box1. And we're just going to leave this as is because we already named it, and there's no need in changing all of that stuff around, because after this we don't really need to look for it anymore. So we hacked the objective. Now we can actually test this out as well. Alright, that guy is dead. That no longer works. We have this thing over here. We have the option to hack. Data transmission started, and we have a problem. Delete vehicle, box1, blah blah, error invalid number. Ah, interesting. Line 10. So we have an option, or we have something going wrong there. Task completed, kill the hacker. Right, it does actually work, but for some reason it gives me an error, which is interesting. Let's have a look. Right, so I found a problem. We had some extra symbols behind it for some reason. But with those taken away, the objective should not work. Alright, so the problem should now be fixed. Let's jump in and play from here. Right, so shoot this guy. Alright, let's hack the objective, and of course we should turn this thing around because otherwise this is looking quite badly. But we have an animated screen, as you can see. This will be here for about 15 seconds. Afterwards, this thing is going to close. And task completed, kill the hacker, needs to have a different title. But it works. Now let's see. Create task. Variable name, hacker objective. Title. Hack the console. Kill the enemy hacker and use his hardware to hack into enemy AA positions to turn them against AF. This should be fine. Right? Alright, so that is another objective completed. Now, another thing that I think would be nice to do is give the player the ability to skip forward in time. So what I wanted to do here is we're going to create another trigger. We're going to call it skip time 1. And as activation condition, we will set, let's see, echo, because delta is already being used up. Right? Or actually, no, we should make this delta. And while we're at it, that means that we should immediately also check out the other objective and make sure that one is set to echo instead of delta. Let's see. Because the skip time command will always show up before this one will, right? So this would be, otherwise this would be 4, the other button would be set to radio command 5. That would be weird. That would be pretty weird. So with this set to 4 and that objective that shows up later set to 5, the order in which these things happen should be a little bit clearer. Now, what we're also going to want to do here is create another custom.sqf file. And yeah, we're going to call for that one being activated. So we need a little code for that as well. And damn it, I can't remember it on the top, out of the top of my head. I think it's 2 brackets equals this exec VM, if I remember correctly. Skip time.sqf. Another quotation mark, semicolon at the end. That's not entirely correct. This equals exec VM skip time. There we go. That's it. Alright, so let's jump into the mission folder one more time. Now, as before, we're going to go into Notepad, clubblock for me, and we're going to save it as any file. We're going to call it skiptime.sqf. And again, here is our file. Alright, so one of the things that I want to do is I want the screen to fade out to black, right? And we already had a command for that. Damn it, I can't remember. Let me check it out. Alright, so what we needed was this little bit. Title text, bracket, 2 quotation marks, comma, black out, which means that the screen will fade out over the time of 5 seconds. Right? Then we will add a sleep command for 5 seconds as well. Then we will skip forward in time, and the way we do that is simply by saying skip time, and then the number will be the number of hours that you skip forward. Right? So once that happens, we could sleep for another maybe 2 seconds, I guess, doesn't really matter at this point. And then we're going to use title text, black in, over another 5 seconds, I think. So, and then we will say hint, or sleep for another 5 seconds. And then let's see, hint, 6 hours later. Or actually, we could use the same command that we also have in the game. So let me look up what that was again. Alright, so actually, let's skip this. What we can do is simply use title text and then the text that you want to be displayed, and we will say 6 hours later, black in 5 seconds, and that should work. Alright, let's jump back into the game. Alright, now that we're in the game, we should open up trigger, skip time 1, and we should make sure that it's actually set to repeatable. Alright, so let's play the scenario. Alright, so now that we're on the boat, we open up the radio menu, and you can see, calling your new pirate friends. The name is still different, I suppose. Wait a minute. This one should be given a name, of course, or a text, yeah. Skip forward by 6 hours. Right, and then, let us see. This is Echo calling your new pirate friends. Alright, this should work out better. What the hell? This doesn't make sense. You know what, I think I know what's going on. It's because we had another script telling this trigger what its name should be. Which is the one that is over here. See, 4 set radio message, and this should be 5, I think. So, let's try it out again. What the hell? Doesn't even work. Alright, so the problem is fixed. There was something in the init.sqf as well that set echo or delta to be invisible, and that's why it wasn't showing up. So I went into the init.sqf, I changed the number 4 to 5, so it actually now makes radio echo invisible, which is the pirate one. So now if we jump into the game, everything should show up as required, and there it is. Skip forward by 6 hours. So now that we press 4, let's see if this actually works. We have, let's see, looks like it's 12 o'clock. Let's skip forward. Screen fades out to black. It is now 6 hours later. And it looks like it is very much later. This is not 6 o'clock in the evening, I think. But if you want, you can skip forward again. And again, and again, and again. Alright, and for some reason it doesn't seem to be willing to work right now. Oh, there we go. Yep, it goes out to black again. Still dark. Let's try it again. But eventually we're going to hit daylight again. Not right now, it seems. Let's skip once more. There we go. We're back to daylight again. As you can see, the weather has changed a little bit as well. And we still have, let's see, we can still start in the north, east and south. So now that the screen fades out again, we're going to end up in our little boat. There we go. And the mission can begin. So, that's it for this video. Please leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed it and want to see more. And I'll see you guys for the next video.